Hello, hello. Back again. 1 second. I know I'm not muted, so hold on. Okay, am I muted? Okay, I am muted now. Okay, so I'm, let's see. Uh, in a million years, and I'm pretty sure I'm not alone in this. In a million years, I probably could not craft away my room. Like, seriously. Like, just keep getting more stuff and more stuff and more stuff and more stuff. I like to hunt myself. I think it's fun. Anyways, so you end up with these things right here. Okay, see them? They're big. They're really, really just huge. Like, they don't. Some of them don't even fit in the camera. They're just big. What do you do with these? What do you do with them? Like, just what do you do with them? Um, they're besides, cutting them off and cutting them down, and then they lose like the cool parts about them, and when you have to cut them down and things like that. So the other day, like, I got weird stuff, y'all. The other day I was going through my things and I was like, okay, what's the deal? And I came across these. I've had these forever. And I believe what they are envelopes that you would keep, like, I don't know, mortgage papers in or something. They're like this. I would assume so. I've actually they come they came flat. Like, when I go to sales and stuff, I love going to like the office supplies place, or like the office section or whatever, and you find all these neat things. And I for years, y'all, I've held on to these. And then I was watching a video. Oh my gosh, I don't even know whose video. Watching a video and I got an idea, and I was like, where are those things? So I actually popped one where the score marks are. You see, there's score marks all along this thing, and there's score marks in here. And I popped it like this. See that? Do you see where I'm going with this? And these measure, and you might quite pass. Yeah, rewind that. You might possibly still be able to get these, like, on Amazon or something. They're just a little over, they're like 12 and a quarter. Well, they're 12 and a quarter. Oh, hold on. Let me measure a flat one. Yeah, 12 and a quarter, and flat all the way across by 4.5. 12 and a quarter by 4.5. So, lots of these papers keep building up. Papers, we think, oh, we can buy them, we can tear them. And I'm finicky. I think people know that I'm kind of finicky. Like, I like my words one certain way. I like my music a certain way. I don't like going sideways. It's me. It's a preference. It's my thing to get over. So I get like all these really cool sheets of paper, and normally, let's say this piece right here is 11, but the height on it is 11 as well. So yeah, I don't want to cut that off. I don't want to, will I have to for some of these? Yeah, I will. And the weird thing is one goes this side, and then this is straight up and down. Wait a minute. Wait, what? Yeah, it's weird. Okay, so there's the correct way. When you flip it over, it's upside down. So again, that would probably bother the heck out of me. And I don't know. It's me. It's my thing. It's from 1911, but I want to use it. It's great paper. It's really, really good paper. So what do you do with all these big pieces of paper? So I was thinking the other night, I'm like, where the heck are those black envelope things or whatever these are, deed holders or mortgage paper holders? I don't know. Important paper things. That's what I'm calling these. And I do have one that is of the smaller size. It has a little bit different texture than these. I like that they're black in color because then I don't have to ink any of the edges or anything like that. And I also thought of how can I get rid of my 12 by 12 scraps? So kind of like two birds with one stone kind of thing. This one, of course, the Harley has to show up. This one's 10 1/4 by 4 3/4. So could this one be used like that? Sure, because it still has the score marks. And you can make it into, see, it's got score marks down in here. If there's score marks right along there. So you could put it out like this. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to figure that into this design, whether I just leave this part flat and score this and this is where my journal goes, or I'm going to completely go a different way and I'm going to tip in my journal and make this a cascade, or I'm going to put my journal in here and still make this a cascade. I don't know. I don't know. I just know that I need to use them and I need to use the stuff that I have, the stuff that just sits because it's so big. I have to use it. So you, if you're like me, you end up with piles. Like this is not even my whole pile. I mean, it's a big pile. It's a big pile and it sits inside this enormous milk crate and it's sticking out this way because it's so long because it won't even fit into the milk crate, for crying out loud. So it's pages like, you know, the old Montgomery Ward and Sears catalog pages and stuff that you got to cut down. That's really, really cool. And you don't want to get rid of that yummy edge. So that's what I'm going to be working on. Some of these I do realize I'm going to have to cut down. Okay, so there's pages like this. So like this. Gorgeous page, right? How big is this page? 12. Perfect. Goes right in my paper. I tear a sheet off, fold it in half, bam, I have the whole flipping page that I want. The whole page. And I mean, this is going to have to be cut down because somebody got fired this day, because this is one of those books where, yeah, the top wasn't cut, nor the sides. Yeah, you got fired, buddy. You got fired. But it's things like this. And this is old good paper. Oh, that's my middle name. Lee. So I don't want to cut this down. I like this. I like the funky edges. Things like envelopes. Like these are neat envelopes. These are neat envelopes. Fold it in half like this and make it a pocket in these journals, or just make a journal this size. You can use envelopes for this. You can use, like, I have these really cool envelopes that have like those turn button, not buttons, you know, the closure, the figure 8 closure that we strive to make and things like that. I have like cool things. So this kind of going to be like, this series is going to be like just an eclectic, I need to use my stuff. I have 3 of these things. They're guest books for a wedding. Has great paper in it. Really nice paper in it. great paper in it. Like, feel that. Like, feel that, really. Oh, now it's feel-o-vision. But if I fold this in half, I don't so much like the guests. I don't want that on there. But to fold it in half, you have like great journaling things. So I'm going to tea dye some of this, or coffee dye it. Either one, I don't know. And then here's another one. I am a sucker for guest books, you guys. You can get these so cheap too, like at you know, thrift stores, things like this. These, they have different papers in them. This is like super thin, and it's almost like it's slick. And here's the paper right here. It's really slick, and it's super thin, and I really like it. And if I fold it in half this way, it's going to look really cool in that journal. It's just odd paper. Could I use this in a regular book? Sure. Have I? No. Nope, sure haven't. Because it'll go like this, and that would fit into a regular sized journal. But yeah, no, I haven't. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I haven't, because you have this pile of stuff. Look at this. This is absolutely gorgeous. And I know this is over, I think, pretty much over 12. Well, close. Well, yeah, nope, it's 14. But look at her. And these, look how beautiful these pictures are. If you tore this in half, this book is beautiful. It's called Palette and Bench. And we fold this in half like that. This girl's going in my book because I love where it says Palette and Bench, but think about it. I can cut it here, and I can cut it here. I can keep this great edge, and it's got, you know, the old stuff. I love that. Like, she would fit. She would totally fit. I just have to do some of that trimming. So say right here, I got my words going the right way like I like. I'm not taking too much off. I mean, some, but I'm able to use that. Could I have cut the image out? Yes, I could have. But then there's neat images on the back. Do I want to do that? Sometimes I just don't. Like her, she's beautiful. I'll have to, you know, when I fold her, like a little bit of her dress is going to go on the other side. But look at some of these images. These are beautiful images. That goes from this right here. It's from February 1910. I mean, even the cover alone is just awesome. Like, who's to say, like, I can't put these people on the front and use this as the cover? This is just to open. It's not like to open your mind. You guys' minds are open. I mean, you're creative people. It's just a way to, you know, everybody wants to use up their scraps and stuff, but what about seriously your things? Like this. I love this. This is a Longfellow poem. You guys know how I feel about like poetry and stuff like that. But look on the inside. Like, that's beautiful. This is gorgeous. Would I use this? I don't know, because in order for me to be happy with it, I would have to fold it in half this way, and then my poem would get messed up. So I probably use this page where you can see all the details and stuff. These are just examples of things. Okay, so there's this huge family songbook. Huge, right? Huge. How big are we here? We're at 12.5 inches. Huge. Huge. First of all, I love the, oh gosh, now I can't even think of words. Yeah, the spiral thing. Because when I pull a page out of here, and this is great paper, it's going to leave me that awesome edge that I love. Like, people have punches for this, but yeah, I don't. So if I fold it in half, now all my music is going the right way. I have a very, very cool edge. I don't even mind the words so much. Just, depends on what you're doing. And it fits perfectly in here. Another thing to do is to start looking for these. This is my first one that I've collected of these. This is a photo album, obviously by the name, a photo album. Is it kind of loud? Yeah, it is. I probably changed the cover. It's a little bright. But look, it's cinched. That's the word. Cinched. But this is another cool thing. It flips out and there's pockets in here where you would put your photos, and there's pockets on this side, and there's pockets right here. So that gives me an idea of things that I can do in that book. Look for, like, this is not something that would normally catch my eye. It did because it was so loud. I was like, wow, that's really bright. But when you take apart a book or deconstruct a book, that's where I kind of get my ideas on how to make them. I mean, it's very hard to come up with something that is original anymore or stuff like that. You know what I mean? But this is a very cool idea because we make those 3-pocket pages and some people put their tags in them. I mean, you could look them up on Pinterest. I mean, it's everywhere. And then, coming out this side, I had that dream in the middle of the night where basically this was kind of it. And I made a page out of it. I don't know. Just start looking for just odd things because you have odd things in your collection. Or I do. Maybe you don't. Maybe you got it all figured out. I don't. This is onion skin. Like legit onion skin. See how long it is? And right here, it even says onion skin on it. It has that watermark on it where it says onion skin. Am I going to have to cut it down a little? Yeah, but not as much as I would if I were to fold it this way. I have used this in my books and stuff, but I think it'll be really cool long ways with the line going this way this time. That's the dark piece. That was pieces on the box. Then there's things like this. This is a vintage grid sheet. Very long again. And I actually took the cinch out. That way I would have the cool edge on that. But these are really long. Would it look cool folded this way? Yeah, it would. I mean, all these things would. But unless you're making a very pretty wide journal, that would have to be cut. And my whole thing is I don't want to cut things. This ledger paper, very super fragile. I can't even fold this. But do I want it in here? Oh, you bet your sweet bippy I do. Right there. Look at that. It actually fits. And I don't have to go like this and turn it sideways. If I wanted to journal on it, I would be able to journal on it around this stuff or do whatever I want to do. It gets to keep the cool script. It gets to keep the numbers. Nothing gets taken off of this beautifulness. Nothing. And the way I'll reinforce these papers, like it will totally like just bust if it's old. Trying to see if I can find a date, but I know it's old. The way that I'll reinforce this is, it's 1890. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, so very old. The way I can reinforce this is masking tape. Masking tape will allow you to see through, like where I fold it, because I'm actually going to tear it apart. Look how easily it tears. Tear it apart. And then I fold them in half. And then I'll put the masking tape right here on both sides, so I'll be able to stitch through it. And then you'll be able to see this through the masking tape. Masking tape works great. It's your new BFF. Then there's business size papers, or legal document size papers, stuff like that. I've tea-dyed a lot of them. A lot of times you'll go into like thrift stores and they'll just have boxes and boxes, but this is like legal size. I don't need this size. I don't make journals that are, usually that big. You'll notice that these are cut down because this is how big the paper was before. I mean, this thing is massive. This was a massive box of paper, but I'll cut down beforehand, and I like the fact of, I don't have to cut off those good yummy edges. I watch and then ink it. It's just like, nope, not the same effect. It's really not. Drives me crazy because I like to think that I ink things good, but it's just never as good as the real thing, baby. And then there's this. I know all of us have one of these. All of us, because we just love this flippin' picture. Love this picture. And I don't incorporate maps, usually into my journal because, for one, I don't know. I'm just going to say, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't think about it, maybe. I don't know. I just don't. I never have. I'm going to now. I love this picture. Now, would this fit into this? No. We're still doing some cutting and stuff like that. But I would get that full circle, wouldn't I? And think of it in half, because I would just pull out one page and fold it in half. And on the other side, wow, that's some great writing space. How much do I have to, let's say, cut off to get that circle? But I did pick out right here, and this, I love this neutral. I love the neutral. I think this is very pretty. I would tear it in half. I don't even know when this book is from. I don't know, but I'm sure everybody has these big dictionary pages, big map books. I have a whole bottom shelf full of just larger books that just sit down there and collect dust, and I don't use them, and I want to start using them. My goal with this series of folders is to figure out all the different ways that I can fit these kinds of papers into these folders. Are they small? Yeah, kind of small. I may pull out a large envelope and do that. I may pull out some paper bag and do that because those make large, nice journals. But I just want to get rid of, instead of, everybody wants to use their scrap up, I need to use my things up and stop collecting these things and start making good use of them. Like that is a very cool cover because it's a very neutral base. You can put anything on the front of that. Just put some book page around it and then put a flower on the front. Boom, there's your cover. I like it. I think it's cool. So that's what I have decided to do with this series. Like I said, I'm going to be filming videos. Still working on getting the software and everything downloaded so I can edit and everything. But that's that. And I know I said in the meantime, you know, use up your scraps. Well, we all have 12 by 12 scraps. This happens to be my Tim Holtz scrap thing. Like here's a journal already made up. Well, looky there. Does it fit in there? I don't know. Have no idea. Well, it does if I don't make those go along the score marks. Looks kind of, you know, unproportional. But that's a cool, I don't know what I'll do with it. So I will need some 12 by 12 paper, and I have Tim Holtz scraps, I have Prima scraps, I have 49 and Market scraps, I have scraps. We all have those kinds of things, but I'm talking about those things. I want to start using my Tim Holtz things. Look what I found. I don't even know what year this is from. It's called Giggle, and it's called The Girls. It was $19.50. I don't think it was ever used. It was in like a batch of office stuff that I got. How cool is that? I have to look it up. It even has the phone number. But I like the ruler down the side here, and I like the numbers under this baby right here. I mean, the little girls are cute too in themselves. Oh my goodness. Sorry about the cars. This one has the definition of darling, and this one has, I believe, serendipity. And that's just the way that things all come together. And that's what I kind of want to blend, is like all my stuff old within new. There's the marquee, mini marquee lettering, and the ephemera number strips. Oh, this is found relatives. They're backwards right now. I did want them looking at me. I'm just kidding. I just put them in wrong. These I haven't even used yet. And these are the packet cards. And look at all the different sizes. This is the memoir. And yes, I have used some of these. I used some of these in my mini fabric journals that I sold during my last Stock Your Stash. I love this pack. It's really great. And I have that to go along with like 49 and Market. I have Prima. I have the whole, you know, Jane Memoir collection with the stickers and all of that stuff. So I want to use my stuff. I want to use my stuff. I think it's just really important. Like I said, there's so much stuff here. And I just look around and I'm like, oh my gosh, I could sit in here 24 hours a day for 5 lifetimes and just never craft away this stuff. Just never, ever craft away this stuff. So I want to use things that I don't normally like take out, and by the time I get to them, they're dried up, or you know, like I want to gesso some. I want to, you know, pull out my stamps, pull out my stencils, use things I don't normally use. I just really, I don't know. I really want to use these. I really do. I'm curious to see how different I can make them all. And, you know, this video might never see the light of day. I don't know. But I got some of the new Tim Holtz, the linen or the fabric tape. This is gorgeous. This would be so super sturdy to flip things in and tip in a journal onto that. I do know that I want to release these videos when they are completed. Like, so at the end, there is a result. There is a finished project. I've had a real tough time lately with finishing things and starting things. I have like 17 things started. And is that my fault? Yep, it sure is. Because I get all these ideas and I want to do all the things. And this series, I want it to be about the things that we already have. Almost like shopping your stash. Like, for instance, let's pick up some more off the floor here. It's just stuff. There's just piles and piles of it. I have so much onion skin and different types of acrylic paper. I mean, from the Dollar Tree, there's fiber paper here. There's covers to make journals out of. There's just tons of such books that I was going to gild that. And, you know, there's calligraphy paper. What is this? Photo paper. Photo paper. I mean, just tons of things. And this photo paper, if I am correct, because I have, excuse my phone there for a minute. Over here, I have these really cool, neat, plain note cards. And I believe they're about the same size. Yep, they fit actually perfectly in here, even if I fold it. So I want to use those as like my template of papers. I want to cascade down the side. I've never done cascade before. Do I know how to do one? Nope, sure don't. Gonna flub through that and see if I can do that. But it's just stuff. These beautiful parchment envelopes. It's just, you guys, it's just piles. Look. Oh, there's some more. I have some more guest books. It's just piles and piles and piles of paper. Look at the needlecraft books, the etudes, the large, again, ledger papers. Just all the things. All the things. These are really cool, like iron-on patterns. Look at these beautiful ladies. I don't want to mess that up because it's pretty. I like it. And it's line drawing. It's some of my favorite things. I don't want to mess those up. So, again, this is going to be about, like, what do you do with your big things? Like, the big stuff. I'm going to try it, like, a couple of different ways. Like, this is just, it's beautiful. Oh, somebody got fired again. Oops, sorry. Rip that. It's beautiful. It's beautiful stuff. And I've got piles and piles and piles and piles of it. Piles. Like, they're still probably up to my half calf of stuff. Oh, and let's not even talk about what's on top of the milk crate. It's just a ton of paper. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I know we want all these textures and we want all these cool things and we want to use the old and the new and everything. Well, by golly, I'm doing it in this series. It's probably going to be all over the place. It's beautiful. This is probably going to be all over the place because it's a mess. It's a mess. So this series is going to be a hot mess. If you're down to watch, cool. If you're not and you don't want to, that's cool too. But it's just about oh my word, just getting these piles up off the floor or something, or kind of making some kind of, at least say if I try to use this and it doesn't work, then I know, you know what, I'm just going to get rid of it. Because I haven't touched it in over a year. I have a rule in my house. If you don't touch it in over a year, it gets thrown away. That's my rule. That's my rule. Except when it comes to my craft room. I cannot do it. I can't do it. I like those doilies on the front. I like those napkins. I love this flourish. But if I can't figure out a way to use this, then here's for the asking. Then it's just gotta go. It's just overwhelming. I think it's blocking creativity. For this is all me. This is my opinion of myself and me and my stuff. You can do whatever you want with yours, but this is all like me. And, you know, maybe some of you can relate to this. Why am I keeping this? It's tissue paper. Will I use it? Achoo. No, I'm not even, you know, can't even use it for my nose. Why am I keeping it? I don't know. I just look over there and I'm just like, why? Why? And I look at the fabrics and everything all around my room. And the stamps that I don't use. And I'm just like, come on, Michelle, get it together. So, like these. Okay. How cool are these? I think they're like 10 letterings. Why don't I use those? Why? It's not like I only have one C. I have more than that. Why don't I use these for my ransom lettering? Why must I get something else? I don't know. I have no idea. Look at all these down here. This is crazy. Look at it. Yep. Lettering kit. The letters are already in it. Why am I not using these? It's vintage. They're vintage. I like these things. Why am I not using them? I don't know. So do you have that? If you have that around your house and you have this around your house, then maybe stick around. See how this goes. Don't be, I think what I was afraid of was, I was afraid that I wouldn't find it again, or I would use it all up and then I'll have to buy more, but nothing. Now I'm at the point where nothing is getting out. Nothing is being done. Nothing is being, you know, we say that we save this stuff from, you know, being thrown away or wasted or something, but we're not using it. We're not getting it out there into the world and giving it new life and all that. It's just sitting here, in my case, for me. This is all, again, directed to me. Like I said, maybe some of you can relate. I don't know. But for me, it's just, come on, Michelle. Like, let it go. Let it just go. This. It's a old pad of graph paper. This is, look how big that ledger is. Like, this thing is huge. Huge. And it's beautiful. It's the colors. It's greens. It's cream. But because I can't get it to fold it the way that I want to, yeah, I'm not going to use it. So I'm over it. I'm going to use it. I love all this composition paper. Is absolutely gorgeous. I took the cinch out. I can even make a journal, again, as if I need more book board. I have a friend who works at a book place. I've got book board for years, but I need to keep this one. Why do we do that? Or why do I do that? So, all in all, I hope that this series of videos that I do is going to be helpful to you, because I can make a book out of it. I don't know. I hope it's good. Guest books. I just hope it's going to be helpful to you. Like, how is that put on? See, do you learn? This looks like it's put on by Big Brad's. See? And then the pen goes right in there. How do I learn how to do that with elastic? I don't know. But I hope that this helps you. And I hope that it helps me. I hope that it helps me be able to go down there and be like, oh, my carpet is beige. Why, look at there, you know? And, you know, like you guys, I'm still looking over there because I have more. I could just pull and pull and pull this out. Like, you know, you just sometimes want like a foot so you can just kick yourself in the butt for doing this stuff. But I get it. I totally get it. I hope someone else gets it and feels, I don't want to call it pain, because it brings me joy. It does. I love looking at it. I love, you know, the feel of the papers and the textures and everything makes me happy when I look through it. But then when I look at it as a whole, I'm like, get that flippin' mess out of my room. Like, why am I not using it? So anyways, I'll shut up now. This is just kind of an introductory video to, I don't know what I'm even going to call this. Maybe I'll just call this, why the heck haven't I used this yet? I don't know. Or why the heck is this still in my room? You know, I would love to use other words, but I don't think they would be allowed to be used in the title of a book or on YouTube. But I mean, and then there's fabric. That I can't even go. And then there's laces. The laces. I thought I was doing good by switching all my laces over. I got rid of like all my newer quote unquote laces and switched to everything was vintage laces. Do you know how much? Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I could give you a craft room tour right now and you'd be like, oh my gosh, girl, you got a problem. You have an issue. There's issues here. There's issues in this household with me. So, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to call it, but it's probably why the heck haven't I used this? Or I don't know. Cleaning up my mind or fixing my OCD. I don't know. Using my hoard, something. I have to come up with something because this is just, it's out of control. I realize it's out of control. And it's almost like I'm in a race with myself of whoever has more craft supplies at the end wins. Okay, I won. Now start using it. So, again, if any of you can relate, this, I suggest, would be a series for you to watch. And I hope that I can bring you some good ideas and maybe inspire you a little bit to maybe get up off some of that stuff And, maybe I give you a little kick in your pants. Just to get it going, get it moving, and get it out. And just like we say, we want to spread it all out there. And but I saved this from the trash. But what is it doing? It's sitting on my floor. Is that saving it? Really? It's not. Again, yes, it brings me joy to look at, but it's really not saving it. I gotta get that in my head. It's really not saving it. So hopefully this will help you. And anyone who, is likes the page orientation the way that I do, and I don't know, maybe I'll come up with some neat ways to do it, because I will tell you, I have not touched this stuff in over a year. So technically it should be thrown out. But I told you that rule applies to everything in my house but my craft room and my books downstairs. Don't touch my books. Don't touch my books or my craft room. That's it. Ha-ka-ka. Ha-ta-ta. Ah. No. Uh-uh. So I don't even know what to say. I have no excuse. I really I don't I have no excuse um at all. Um I just don't have any. I have no excuses. So maybe it should be no more excuses. I'm going to use this stuff, but replace stuff with something else. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I have collections of things that are around my room that, yeah, can make it look a little cluttered. Like, I love tape measures and stuff, and I have scissor collections and things like that. But the things that I don't collect, such as paper, I guess technically I kind of am collecting it because I'm not using it. I don't know. I'm going to squirrel all through these videos, you guys. Just have to, I don't know, fast forward me or mute me or whatever when I get the editing software done and everything. So you just watch and just listen to music and you don't listen to my talking. But I do want to film an intro to this. And I think 47 minutes is kind of long for an intro, but it is what it is. I got a lot to say because I got a lot of stuff. I mean, I can still show you stuff. It's just, oh my goodness. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. So this is going to help me. Hopefully it helps some of you. I have piles all over the place because I'm filming all these little series. And hopefully at the end, I can give a proper craft room tour. If you would like to see my craft room, I mean, even if no one's ever asked to see it, so maybe you don't. But if you would like to, I could probably give you a proper one after I am done just getting rid of some of this stuff. It's crazy. Oh, wow. It's everywhere. It's just everywhere. And I do have it like color coordinated and I know where every single thing is. And it's not like horrible. Like, I'm not sleeping on boxes. Let's just put it that way. My friend said to me, if I come in one day and you're sleeping on boxes, we're going to have a big, big talk. And I was like, okay. But no, I'm not sleeping on boxes or anything like that. It's just everywhere. And I mean, hopefully this will help. I want to get the box of shame used up and taken out. And I've got lots of books to take apart and add to the box of shame. There's just a lot of things that I need to do. So I don't know. This could be an organizational thing. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know. I'm just rambling now. So whatever this is, welcome to it. Welcome to my world. If you feel like crafting along, craft along. If not, you can just make fun of me as I do. How about that? All right. Well, I hope that you guys like this series. Hopefully, I will figure out a name to it sometime. I don't know. Have a great day, everyone. I'm still looking at it. Okay. It's just because it's staring back. Okay. I will talk to everyone soon, and I hope that you enjoy this series. Bye.